This weekend's going to be a little bit different. We did manage to get out because we're actually going to be traveling to Mexico. Yay! What I thought would be fun to do here is, one, we're going to give you an update that we haven't disappeared. We're going to take about a week off for this trip. And I thought it would be neat to show you what we carry along the way when we travel. I know there's probably people that have never international traveled before and maybe are looking for ideas on what to bring, what they should bring. So I figured I'd take you through. So,
where do we want to start?
I guess we'll start from the least interesting to more interesting stuff, I guess.
Okay, so one of the, I guess it's not that interesting, but it's almost necessary. We never traveled with these packs years ago, and everything would be just piled needlessly into our big luggage bags. And Rob ordered some of these a few years ago after the first trip, I think, eh? And I didn't want them to begin with.
After the first trip with Jen having her clothes everywhere.
But they do make a big difference. So it's a set of 6 and it's about $40 on Amazon. And you get a couple of these little packs, and then there's various sizes. I use this one for my shoes, my shoes have sparkles, so this contains all that, and like dirt, right? So
the other thing with them is when you pack your clothes in, it'll actually compress it a bit too, so you can actually really jam them full and get much more capacity out of your bag.
Yeah, and it stays organized. And we just take these out of our big bag and we throw them into, usually there's a dresser of some sort or some sort of shelving. And so we throw them in there, and then we can take both of our big bags and put them in the closet, and the bags are out of the way. We don't need them for the rest of the trip. So they work out really well.
The second thing to go along with this is, especially if you're not staying in one place, so let's say you're going from hotel to hotel or whatever, you got a problem with clean laundry and dirty laundry.
Yeah, because there's no laundry hampers.
No, so oftentimes you might carry dirty laundry for the whole trip, right? And you don't want your clean clothes to smell like your dirty clothes. So that's where these bags come in handy. I got this from Mountain Warehouse. I'm sure you can get these on Amazon too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So the idea is you can put your laundry in here, seal it off, and there's a valve, and you suck the air out of it. So it does two things. One, it prevents your clothes from smelling like dirty laundry. Two, it'll actually compress it down like a lot. Like, it's pretty incredible how small, and it's light. Like, it's not gonna.
It doesn't add much to the weight of your bag.
Right. So these were, I think, some sanity.
Yeah, for sure. Now that I've used them many times.
Another thing that's sanity is having yourself a good
bathroom bag.
Toiletry bag. This one is by Sea to Summit. Any Sea to Summit product is wonderful. I would highly recommend it. I have my old Air Canada one that my parents gave me back when I was 20, still going strong. Same with the bag. That's back when they used to make high quality. But another thing that we really appreciate is you got all these different things: shampoo, conditioner. So
you don't want to bring full-size bottles.
No. So these are silicone. We'll put a link for these from Amazon on there too. So it's nice. You can fill them up with whatever you want, and then in the actual dial itself, you can write what you want on there. So sunscreen or whatever.
What's inside the bottle.
And I've been using these for 10 years, and like they won't break. Incredibly strong. So highly recommend these. Okay. Jen carries the shampoo and all that other, not shampoo, but shaving cream.
Shaving cream and makeup remover. You can't really put that into reusable bottles, so I bring those with me anyway.
Another thing is, if you like to bring cologne, don't bring a big bottle of cologne, because if that bursts in your bag, you're going to have
$150 worth of wasted cologne and
all your clothes.
Yeah.
So these here, they're another great product. It's just a vial. You take the top of your perfume off and you pump it full, and there's a little glass in there. You can see how full it is. And surprisingly, like you can
It
get
holds a lot.
like a month's worth of perfume in there.
Yeah.
So another good.
Even, you know, ladies, your purse. You can stick one of them in your purse.
Yeah. Another hack is when you go down south, it's going to sound kind of gross, but your feet can get quite sweaty. It's hot down there, and there's this odor away. So this is charcoal and foam insoles, and these are great. Actually, I use them in my dress shoe for work too. Like way superior to a regular.
And more comfortable.
And comfortable. So very cheap. I think they're $7 or $8, and they're a wonderful insole. So we carry those along.
We also bring a water bottle. What I like to do is, typically I don't really like the water at the resorts, so I want to stretch out my water consumption. So sometimes I even bring 2 big water bottles. I'll probably do bring 2 big water bottles. But I put these on my carry-on bag, or in the carry-on bag, and empty, because you can't bring that much fluid through the check. And when I get past security, I fill up my water bottles and I bring it on the airplane that way. That way I've got Canadian water with me for a couple days or a day and a half, and yeah, you can reuse these at the resort, fill them up with ice and whatever you'd like. It makes it handy.
Very handy. So if you're going somewhere like a cenote or something that you really care about the environment, a lot of these sunscreens that you put on are right chock full of chemicals. And even if you're snorkeling out in the ocean, I've been trying to find a different product. Now this is kind of funny. It's actually zinc, and it'll turn your face white. It does provide an awful lot of protection. It looks funny, okay? But I'm going to try this out more this year than trying to use regular. We do have regular sunscreen, but I'm going to see how far this little thing will go here, because it just needs a tiny bit. So that's the, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. But yeah, like I said, it's just zinc, so it's safe on the environment.
Yeah, and when we were in Costa Rica, they provided us with that type of sunscreen because they didn't want us to use our own.
Yep. So everybody's got their own different preferences on what they like to carry. I like to carry a backpack. I know you can have a carry-on that's more like a luggage style, but I do like to have a backpack. I think it's more versatile, and you can use it for other things when you get there. So we'll show you the camera gear last year, but the camera gear goes into this bag, and everything that I need to live out of. So if they do lose my big bag, I at least have everything, small amount, but at least everything I can survive for a day or two as I go and find some clothes or whatever. So that's the idea behind this. Pack your swimwear. When you get to a resort or wherever you're at, you can change away right away.
Yeah, we put our toothbrush in there.
Yep. So I'll show you what I got in here. Oh, by the way, this is an e-bag. Wicked nice bag. Show you some features to it. So when you go through customs TSA, you can put your laptop in the back here, or a tablet, and depending on the agent, but sometimes you can get away with not even have to take your laptop out of the bag. Kind of cool.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Inside here, I got underwear, multi-purpose shirt, shorts, and socks. So that's in case my bag doesn't come, at least I got one day in there. Okay. I normally would carry more, but when we carry with the camera gear, that really eats up a lot of weight.
And these bags aren't lightweight.
No. Just to show you what it. This is where you can put your
little sleeve.
Little sleeve, or carry a Surface along with me here. It's mainly for entertainment on the airplane. Sometimes you don't have a great entertainment system, so I like to put some movies and whatnot on there. And if I have to do some planning when I'm at the hotel, it's nice to have a laptop instead of a phone. I know I could use a phone, but So I carry GoPro cases, so there's a case in the front and the back of this bag. So that's where I put all my camera gear in these two slots here.
Because they're tough cases.
They're really tough cases. For stuff you really care about, you can hide into the back here. So there's another pouch, and there's no way you can get pickpocketed with this. Okay, so passport, cash can go in here.
Yeah. Jewelry.
Jewelry. There's another bag, another hard case in here. In the back here is where I carry my sunglasses and my contact lenses. And I know a lot of places have power, but sometimes you get tangled up. Maybe your phone goes dead, you're trying to navigate with it. So this is an Anker 737, and it's 99 watt hours, which is the maximum allowable limit you're allowed onto the airplane, and with lithium. So it is, you can carry it onto the airplane with you. It's got two USB-C ports, and it's got a regular USB-A port. This is a powerhouse. I think it can do up to 120 watts, and it can charge at 100 watts. So it's very, very fast for charging. And it also has a nice screen on it. It'll show you its capacity, and along with that, your wattage, so what you're charging it with, and actually what you're using. I've actually used this too to test out different cables, because USB-C cables can make a big difference on your charging. So it's a great way of testing. Make sure you're not getting ripped off when you buy a cable. So pretty neat product. 737 at Anker. So a lot of things you bring onto the airplane, there's liquids, total amount of liquids you're allowed to carry. So what I've been trying to do is get away from carrying liquids altogether, and I try to go solids where I can. Okay, so this is a Matador soap bag. It looks sort of like a small dry sack for canoeing. I put Dr. Bronner's solid soap in here, and you can use it, put it back in the bag, and it'll dry. It won't become gross, and it smells like peppermint, so it's nice in your bag. But so I carry one of those. Okay. I also carry a solid cologne, so it's like almost like a wax. It lasts for years, so
just in case your other bag goes missing.
Yep. So in Cuba, I got sick the first time I went to Cuba, and electrolytes are very important when you get that kind of sick. So I always carry a whole thing of electrolytes. Each one of these tabs is good for a whole liter of water. So if you're in a bind,
they're good to have.
Very good to have. I also carry this medicine vial. Inside of here I got everything from Gravel to Pepto to Benadryl, like anti-diarrhea, like everything you want in here. So I carry that along with me. Just like Jen, I do have a small vial for cologne. When we get on the airplane, and this is back to when I got sick in Cuba, I know I'm going to sound like a neat freak here, but I'm not.
We're not.
But I'm in the aviation industry, and I know what kind of volumes those planes go through with people. And I wipe everything down. I'm going to touch, like the tray, the whole nine. So I always carry some sanitation wipes. I also carry 2 packs of tea, just in case you're somewhere, and I can always ask for hot water, or even if you're on an airplane and you don't want to drink their tea. So I carry some good tea along with me, and a few packs of AG1. I can get stomach problems when I travel. These things are great to, if you're not eating right, they just make you feel good. So I do bring a couple of those along with me. I used to carry big headphones. The thing is, I only use them on the airplane. When I'm traveling, I'm trying to take in where I'm at, the sights, the sounds, and all that. So I've gotten into just carrying a small set of, I don't even know what these are, JEYI Labs or something, real cheap, just good enough wireless earplugs. So I carry those with me. Now it might seem like I'm doubling up on a lot of this equipment, but what usually happens is you travel with somebody and they forget their stuff.
Yep.
So, So what I have here is complete universal, everything from USB-C to USB-A to micro and to iPhone. So along with this, I carry a UGREEN. I find they're fairly nicely priced. I wouldn't go any lower than this 66 watt. Matter of fact, I would go with a 100 watt one. It's better to have more wattage than under watts, and if you're in a rush, this is going to charge up your devices very nicely. So I will carry this, and that's what actually charges this thing. So this could actually charge in 1 hour if I had a 100 watt one, and it takes me about an hour and 20 minutes-ish with these two. I also carry an NVMe. So that's basically, it's a high-speed hard disk here. So that's 1 terabyte. So this is where I put all my movies, copy of my passport and whatnot. It's USB-C, nice rugged case. I did get that case online, JEYI. I think I got that on Amazon too. Yeah, I like NVMe. It's a far superior product than a USB drive for sure. Good to carry a couple of earplugs in case somebody snores. So I carry a little small keychain here, and all this is TSA approved here. So got a little light, because obviously I can't travel without a flashlight. A little corkscrew. So this will, I don't know, sound like a wino, but I actually use this quite a bit.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so there's a little corkscrew here, and there's also a pen, so when you're in a bind, you can actually use this pen instead. Doesn't write very well, but it's nice to have a small little pen on you, especially when you, seems like you always have to fill out customs paperwork or something. So that gets stuck to this bag permanently. It doesn't leave the bag. So on top of that, I do like to write a few notes. So I have a Moleskine that I actually write the weather and days is going to have heavy wind and try to plan it out. These rOtring pencils are so nice to use. So I carry one of those, and I also carry a nice pen that my father made for me from scratch. So like I said, I got 2 pens, but usually somebody needs to borrow a pen on the airplane, and you say,
yeah, let them borrow it.
Here you go, right? So what you see here is all of our gear pared down. Matter of fact, we don't have too much more that we actually take on a canoe trip, believe it or not. So a few little things, call outs. I like putting a mouthpiece for point of view, so that's a very important thing to have. Even if you want to snorkel and dive down, you can bite this too if you want. Okay, so I also carry a magnetic mount, so you can stick it on a car or something. Haven't used that too much. These things I use all the time because they're pretty flexible. You can attach it to anything and tighten it down. And there's 2 ball joints here. Very, very useful. For the ZV-1, this is the small handheld tripod we use. This part here actually comes off, and it can be remote, so you can turn it on and off as you please here. So that's pretty important. You bring along GoPro Pro charger. This can do 3 at once. All the stuff here we try to stick to USB-C. Other than the Sony ZV-1, I don't know why Sony you've put a micro SD, not SD, micro USB. Should have been a USB-C. Same with the ZV-1, I have a charger here that's USB-C NA, so either one of those two. We carry 1 wide-angle lens for the GoPro, and the GoPro batteries. This here is another selfie stick that we've been using with the GoPro, and it's powered, so I think it's 10,000 milliamp hours. So to give you some perspective, that's about 5 or 6 GoPro batteries, so you can get about 10 hours of recording on this thing. It also does very well in cold temperatures, we found this year. So another nice thing to carry around. It's also hot shoe mounts on the side so you can hook lights and whatnot onto it. As far as our main GoPro rig, this is what it is here. We do carry a small GoPro light. We do try to get the microphone up. I know this has a microphone built into the media mod. It is not the same at all. So we use a Rhodes Micro along with this. I think it's micro video, or we'll put a description. But that's for a price point. You can't beat that that microphone. It's used all over. Like a lot of YouTubers and bloggers use that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. When we're not using it, when we're using it underwater, I do put on the other piece. The GoPros can dive on their own 30 feet anyway, and when we're free diving, we're not going past that. So, yeah, so this is our setup. Pretty small and unique. And I do have one other feature that I'll be doing this year for a take-along. This is my trusty cheap fan. So when you're in the hotel room, there's never a fan for those people who love their fans. So now I can have a little... I know Jen's giving me the look here. I can have a little fan just in case you get hot. And this will actually plug in to our battery bank too, so I don't have to worry about not having power for it. And that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, that's our tent fan.
Yeah. So that's what we take along with us. I forgot one thing. It was the most excited to share with you guys. So Jen's just going to grab this on her cell phone. So what we have here is a travel accessory for your phone. Okay. So it opens up, and every single type of adapter you need, whether it's an iPhone, a USB-C, an A, it's all in there. It even comes with the cable, so the cables come out like this. Okay. This is also a card reader, so I have a small micro SD in here, so this will actually read the SD card. Okay. It's got provisions for 2 SIM card slots, and it's got a SIM card remover. Okay. Now that wasn't cool enough. Where's my battery bank? It's got a really bright light.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Of course it's got a light. It's so bright I can't even see anything. Wow.
So obsessed with those lights.
And the coolest feature, so you can take this here, and it's got a kickstand like that. You guys are going to be amazed. When you put your phone on it, it's got induction charging. Anyways, all that in one little small, and I'll put a link to that below too. It's a little pricey, but that's the ultimate geeky gadget. I mean, that with a cell phone, if you're wanting to travel really, really light, all those nice features to it. And you can watch a movie through here too, and charge your phone and watch a movie sideways. So.
You should buy a new one.
No.
Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. If you liked it, can you please give it a like and put a comment below if you have any questions.
Yeah.
You can even let us know what you guys like to bring. If we've missed anything, you can give us some suggestions.
Or tips, love to hear it. I'm all for finding new travel gadgets. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so we're going to, like I said, we're going to go down to Mexico this week, and we're going to take the camera along, and hopefully we can get up to something fun, and we'll share it with you guys. So
yep, that'll be what you guys see next.
Yeah, so we're super excited. So not this weekend, but the weekend after, we'll see you again. So
yep. Bye guys.